Okay, we are back in Tijuana with Alfredo.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so lots of stuff has happened since I've been here last. What we've got since Trump took office was they basically closed the border, and a lot of people who were here in Tijuana waiting as asylum seekers to cross, CBP1 app got shut down and they didn't have the ability to get across. So I'm curious, what are they doing now? And where are they at? And I'm hoping we can get down and take a look at what's happening.
Well, let's find out because
Okay.
all the people, I don't know if they still, staying there by Chaparral,
Yep.
by the other border, but I don't know. Maybe they start like.
Okay. I'll bet you there's going to be some people still there.
Oh yeah,
At
yeah.
least
Oh
some.
yeah. Some
So-
people still, they think that like they're gonna have the chance to make it. Like.
Yeah, right.
Even
They're
if-
still hoping.
Yeah. Even if Trump, say like no, they think they still, they have or the hope, like they
Yeah.
can make it still.
Huh. Okay,
I'm
so
gonna park over there, and
Okay.
then we can walk, through the canal
great.
and by the Chaparral and see what's going on.
Okay. So this area that we're going to, this is where a lot of the migrants kind of hang out, waiting for their opportunity to have their CBP1 asylum appointments, that kind of thing. This is usually a spot where there's, when I've been there, at least a few hundred people usually just kind of waiting. They don't live there, do they?
No, they come like in the morning and they stay there all day long, Yeah, everything slowed down since Trump's come to the.
Okay. Okay.
He scared a lot of people.
Well,
Like a lot of people, like residents.
Yeah.
Like you just have the resident. You cannot be outside of the United States. You have to live there, so you have to stay there. But before, a lot of people,
just cross and then go
cross
back.
back and forth. Yeah,
I see.
like they live here for
Okay.
some time and they go back.
Okay. With the new tariffs in place, how do you think that's going to affect trade and tourism in Tijuana?
Well, I think in the beginning it's gonna be hard for everybody, because a lot of people's gonna start coming, or because most of the people who cross like in the weekends, they just go to the outlets, cross to the outlets to shopping,
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be money for that, I think,
Okay.
so less tourists, less money in the city, so less business.
Right.
Like normally, I can make like, let's say 7 trips in a regular day before Trump, just working my regular shift. Now, if I make 4 trips in a day, I'm lucky,
Really? It's almost half. Oh. Alfredo, sorry.
It's okay. I'm just, like I said, I got clients, so.
Right.
But for most of the cab drivers, it's hard.
Yeah, have regular people that they're running around and
Yeah. Sometimes it takes like 3 hours to make one trip.
Wow. Okay.
So 3 hours, it's a lot.
I would imagine there's going to be some people who can't afford to wait, and maybe they go get different jobs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Some owners, they have other taxis, because like some guys have like 5 taxis, and now they have like 2 with no driver or 3, Yeah.
Because there's not enough money to
No,
pay
no.
the people to drive them.
No. It's because the money we make is all money,
Right.
and we pay rent like weekly, to the owner of the
I
taxi.
see. So when you don't make money, then you don't rent their car, and then their car just sits.
Yeah, exactly. Like some guys, they thinking about quit, leave the taxi,
Yeah.
they attack to the owner and say, hey, you know what, it's no business anymore. So
Are there other areas of the local economy that are doing okay?
yeah, the local economy is okay. It's good. I mean,
Okay.
you know, like yeah, it's just you know like the crossing, you know, like
Right, I see.
Yeah.
People who are making their business mostly off of tourist crossing,
yeah.
that's what's slowing down. I see.
Yeah, I think that the local economy or the in Mexico is gonna be okay. Just like the tourist points, it's gonna that's gonna get affected by
Okay, so the migrants who got stuck and now they can't cross, do you think it's more likely that they will probably take jobs locally? Or do you think that Mexico will try to remove them and send them back to Venezuela or Colombia or Guatemala?
I think a lot of those migrants still are in shelters, how do you call that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hospedajes.
They still there,
Okay.
so probably they're gonna see what they're gonna do from there. If they don't have jobs still, they cannot go to rent an apartment or something,
Sure.
till they know if they're gonna stay or. But I think that's gonna happen,
Okay. You don't think that the Mexican government will try to?
Send them back?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, because Mexico needs the labor.
Yeah,
Right.
and
There's a lot of
It's
jobs.
already a lot of migrants here, like
Yeah.
from Central America, a
Yes.
lot.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't even know who,
Right.
who's
Yeah.
here and who's not,
Yeah.
because
They-
they look like us.
they
Yeah,
fit in,
yeah,
right?
we look the same. I think I take you before there. Huh?
Yes.
That was the town. We can walk through there if you want.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it because this is, if I remember right, this is
Yeah.
one of El Chapo's houses
Yeah,
that he built the
exactly.
tunnel underneath
Uh-huh.
the border.
Yeah, and it was a crossing point too.
Yes.
Like, for illegal.
Right. Okay.
They just put like blankets, like a lot of. They hang up like
Over the barbed wire, they would take thick blankets and throw
one
them over.
guy, how do you say, like he go up and hang up
With the
like
ladder?
a ladder, rope ladder.
Yes.
And
Okay.
then they put blankets
Yep.
over the
Yep. Okay.
wires and then they jump.
When they do that, how long does it take for them to cross? Is it like 5 minutes?
Like 5 minutes.
Yeah, because they have to move
maybe
fast.
Maybe less. Like 2 minutes.
Before
Let's
somebody
say
comes.
2 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's usually at night. Oh, during the
Daytime
day.
too. Yeah. Like
Okay.
about this time.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And they have to do it very quickly before the border security comes.
They do it when they change when over here. Come on. When the border patrol have the shift, like when they
Change their shift.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. They know
Okay.
when they do that.
Yeah.
So
Right. Okay.
yeah, it was like right there by that.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, so obviously razor wire up there. They extended the walls further up to make it a little bit more difficult.
Yep.
So there's this wall. Is there a wall past it?
It wasn't, but I think now it is.
Okay, they're just making
the,
it
the
harder.
new one, the Trump view.
Okay. So this is Chaparral, the neighborhood.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, this neighborhood is called Colonia Federal. Colonia Federal.
Okay.
Yeah. Chaparral is over there.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
There's actually some nice art here.
Some nice what?
Murals and art.
Yeah. It is. See, you see the other wall there now. It's harder,
yeah.
Before it was this one only.
Okay. Oh, okay. So
Yeah, so what's
if you
easier?
can,
Way
yeah,
easier.
if you can get over this one. Then. Okay, so Casa del Tunnel. Is this a place where there used to be a tunnel underneath?
Yeah.
Okay. And now it's an art building.
Yeah.
Oh, art museum. That's funny.
Yeah, I know.
Was this where Chapo had built his?
With the tunnel, no, here was a tunnel, yeah.
Okay.
It's not just one tunnel.
Oh, there's been a bunch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes when they find one,
Yeah.
they close it.
Yeah.
I mean and then they open another one, like
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they've even started to dig it. They wait for the one to
Probably
shut
they,
down.
they already have another one ready, you know.
ready to go.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. Well. So how have you been?
I'm being okay, man.
Yeah.
Just,
Kids are good.
Family is okay. You
Yep.
know,
Sister's okay.
Who?
Your sister?
Oh yeah, my sister. Yeah,
We met her?
yeah, she's okay. Yeah, she's doing good.
Cool.
Yeah. What about you? No girlfriend yet?
No, still single.
Okay.
So I have been. So one of the things that I did, November into December, I was in Denver, investigating Tren de Aragua.
Investigating what?
The Tren de Aragua.
Oh yeah,
the
Tren de
Venezuelan
Aragua.
gang.
Yeah, that's another cartel, huh?
Yes. Okay.
A big one too, I think.
Yes, they're spreading in the United States.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Because there's so many Venezuelan migrants for them to be able to recruit more people from. And they're doing a lot of stuff in the U.S. that most of the local gangs won't do. Like they'll shoot at police, they'll shoot at Border Patrol inside the U.S., which usually the cartels and stuff do not want to do that because they get too much attention.
Big trouble.
So what I'm hearing most recently is that Tren de Aragua is maybe even being funded by the government of Venezuela to help destabilize the U.S. and cause problems, to cause crime, to make things generally worse, and that they're actually getting money from the Venezuelan government to do that. So we'll see. I mean, the Trump administration got them declared as terrorists, so they've got more
like to
resources.
The Mexican cartels.
Yes, yeah, and then
but he
also the cartels.
He don't sign that already.
No, he did.
He did already?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
So that just means that there's going to be more resources put towards fighting cartel influence and gang influence, like Tren de Aragua and MS-13 from El Salvador.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. So okay, yes. So this is
now
Chaparral.
Here we are in Chaparral. Yeah.
Okay. And this is where there's usually a lot of migrants hanging out.
You can see it's empty.
In kind of this square
over
area.
There, it usually
usually there's
there,
a bunch.
You know?
Okay, can we walk over there?
Yeah, we can walk. Yeah.
So anytime that I've come through here before, this has been, I mean, at least dozens, sometimes hundreds of people just kind of hanging out down here with, I guess this is one of the Tijuana signs for tourist snapshots.
Yeah.
But
They usually stay in this area, you know. They still have that fence, you know.
Yeah. Right. And so they would hang out here during the day, and there's no one here.
Yeah, no one.
Okay.
Yeah, it usually was full, you know. Like
I mean, it's not even 5 o'clock now, so certainly in the past there would have been at least a few dozen people.
More than that. More like 100, like 100.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, and then I mean they would kind of go down around the corner.
Yeah.
Are there places around here where migrant workers who will cross over? They typically wait for the buses to take them. Is that in this area as well?
That's not
here.
This boat,
Okay.
That's
Okay, that's a different one. Interesting. Yeah, this feels so empty now.
It's empty. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's no one. Look at this. Nobody.
Nobody.
Wow.
I told you, you know, like I think now they lose the hopes, you know, like because they seen what's happening in the States, you know, like the how do you say, immigration is going to the jobs, you know, like to the fields and getting people, like illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
So
more deportations.
Yeah.
So I've heard that there's places in Tijuana where the Mexican government is building shelters for people who are going to get kicked out?
Big ones. Yeah, big ones.
Where in town are those?
One is going to in the free road going to Rosarito.
Okay.
Going that way.
So further south.
It's not too
South
far,
and
but
west.
it's like
Okay.
maybe 20 minutes away from here.
Okay.
I think that's the main one, the big one.
Okay. So when people get deported, do they come out of pedestrian gates like this?
Over here.
Just here, go walk.
No, well, they do all the
Processing and everything. But eventually they just walk out, And I mean, are they coming through like these guys here, just kind of walking
Sometimes,
out? Or is there special places where they get deported?
They have that place there. Let's look.
Yeah.
They have like vans, like
a special gate?
No, but they have cars or vans, and
okay.
they take the immigrants to like a bus station or
Okay. They don't just kick them out right here. They'll take them to where there's
whoever wants to stay here, they let them come out here.
Got it.
But
okay. Usually
guys,
people might be from wherever.
or people who doesn't have
or
money,
Nayarit or whatever.
Guys who don't have money.
Yeah.
These guys, they given money for the ticket, for the bus ticket,
Okay.
and they take them to the bus station.
Okay.
Yeah. See,
Okay.
they have these vans, like that van.
Yeah. Okay.
They take immigrants in those vans.
Okay. So it's the Mexican government that's
Oh, now they're
them.
gonna give them money too. I hear like it's a new.
Yeah, there's a new
New
app
rule.
as
Yeah.
well. So people in the U.S. if they start getting deported, there's apparently an app on their cell phone that they can trigger to give a signal to the Mexican consulate saying, "Hey, I'm getting deported. Here's who I am. Here's where I'm at," and then alert them that essentially they're coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like the government now, they're gonna give it like cash money too.
Oh, okay. And that will allow them to start moving towards getting home, wherever home is.
Whatever city they are from.
Okay. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is so crazy.
Well, yeah,
this is so empty.
These fans wasn't before too. Like before, it wasn't these fans here.
They just put this up.
Yeah, this one's new.
Wow.
And
there may be as many as 1 million non-Mexican migrants inside of Mexico. There's a lot of them.
More than that.
You think more?
Oh yeah.
So there will be a lot in like Mexico City.
They're all over.
Certainly in Tapachula, there's going to be a lot, but just kind of all over the country.
Right, yeah.
What's going to happen to them?
I think they're gonna stay here. A lot of they're gonna stay here.
A lot will stay.
Some are gonna go back to their countries. Like Venezuela people. Some, not everybody.
The Venezuelans don't have much to go back to. Like that's a bad situation.
Yeah, well, then most of them they're gonna stay in Mexico.
Yeah.
Wherever they hear like it's good to be, start a life, like working and everything.
Right.
But
oh man.
yeah.
For the people who all of a sudden now they're finding out that hey, there's nowhere to go. You can't cross legally. There's no asylum process anymore. Or at least there's an asylum process, but remain in Mexico while they're waiting for their asylum to take place. Do you think that more people will try and contact coyotes to get taken across the border?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's gonna be for sure.
Okay.
They're not gonna have options. If they don't have options to cross legally, they're gonna ask for coyotes.
Right. And so maybe even the coyotes might even make more money now that there's no asylum process and people are still desperate.
Yeah.
And so,
people still, they still gonna, a lot of people, they don't care how they can cross. They just wanna cross.
Right.
They don't care how. They just wanna go to the States.
I wonder if spots like in northeastern Tijuana where there's that gap in the wall. I wonder if it's going to get more busy there with people trying to get across.
I'm not sure.
Or maybe further out. There's a lot of CBP on the on the other
in
side.
that area. But yeah, but I think it's gonna be all over.
Yeah.
They have a lot of crossing points.
Yeah. Okay.
They're gonna be busy.
I wonder if the pricing is going to change for crossing people. I mean, we were in kind of the $8,000-9,000 range when I was here last, that people were having to pay the cartels to be able to get across. I wonder if that's going to change. Maybe not.
Maybe not. No, probably a little bit. Maybe a little more or
a little less.
or a little less. Depends. If it's a
But
lot
if
of
they're
people,
already making
they're probably
that much money,
gonna drop the prices too a little bit.
Yeah, but
Because
this is a great way for them to be making money. So why would they give that up? Yeah, we're not going back to $300.
No,
certainly
not that. Yeah.
That's
but
not even worth it
couple
anymore.
thousand,
Yeah.
like maybe 7,000-6,000.
Yeah.
Because
Interesting.
It's gonna be a lot of people, trying
Yeah.
to sneak in, illegally.
Yeah. Wow. Well, Alfredo, thank you.
No
This
problem.
was a great
Conversation.
look at what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm sorry that Bubba's not very good.
It's okay, It's just sweet for me, but it's okay.
Awesome. Well, we'll check back in with you in maybe a few months.
Okay.
And see what's going on.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of news. Like I don't know if
A lot
it's
of
gonna
stuff's
be.
gonna happen.
Yeah. A lot. If it's gonna be good or bad, but it's gonna be a lot of talking about it.
Yeah.
Like in the news and everything.
If nothing else, Donald Trump makes change happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Because we see what's gonna happen today. I gotta go to home and
Right.
watch the news.
Yeah.
What the president's gonna say.
I mean, it's all happening right now.
Yeah, because she said like if he do that, she has something to answer. Like an answer.
Yeah. Okay. Final question: Gulf of Mexico or Gulf of America?
Golfo de Mexico. It belongs to Mexico.